What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Lean and Mean Academy. In today's video, we're talking about 3 reasons Google has suspended your Google business profile. This is a catastrophic event if you're a contractor of any kind, because that should be and can be your main source of leads, right? When you're ranking in the Google business profile, you got up there in the 3 pack, you got a bunch of reviews, the calls are flowing and coming in, and you get this notification one night, or maybe you don't. Sometimes Google's sneaky like that, that they have suspended your Google business profile, and all of those leads that you had coming in now are no longer coming in. Okay. This is bad. This is very bad. It is a bad situation. But right now I got my boy Chris Lonergan here on the line from Footbridge Media. What's up, Chris? How you
Yes.
doing?
I'm doing good, Aaron. How you doing?
How do you like my Trump impression?
It's perfect. Spot on. It's great. It's the best I've seen. All of my friends agree.
It was very bad. It is very bad, dude. I remember one time I had a Google business profile, and bro, I had 140 reviews on it. We were cranking, dude, ranking in #1, big city. And overnight, Google decided to vaporize my profile. And I have no idea why. I think I reached out to you guys, and normally you guys have a team who can help with that. I made this terrible mistake. Okay, guys, if first off, before we jump into why they're going to suspend your profile, if they do, and you have Footbridge Media, do not appeal it personally, because you can have the option to appeal the suspension. What you do is you call your marketing representative at Footbridge and you let them appeal it. Okay, because I made this cardinal error of appealing it myself and was not able to now turn it over to Footbridge because technically Google wants to deal with me. Okay. So let Footbridge appeal it if that does happen, and they will go in on your behalf, contacting Google and getting it reinstated. No guarantee. Can't tell you 100%. Can't promise you all the stuff, but they have a good reputation for getting those profiles reinstated. So, Chris, thanks for joining me today. Hey, guys, if you want a contractor website, the best in the game is Footbridge Media. I put a little banner down here. Give them a call. They've been open since '04. All they build is contractor websites, really robust, quality contractor websites. A lot of the people that you see me interview on the channel, guys who are making 6 figures a year, multiple 6 figures, even 7 figure guys like Mike Turman, they all have a Footbridge Media website simply because the coding is right, the schema is right, all of the data is properly organized to where they are optimized to rank for Google, which is what we're talking about today. Mention Lean and Mean, you'll save $600 a year on your Footbridge Media website, and call the number below. You'll talk to Aaron O'Hanlon. Chris, 3 reasons Google is going to suspend your Google business profile. Let's start with #1 with the good old dollar signs in the name of the business. I had this one guy, the Spammy name, right? The guy, this one guy, before you tell why. This guy had, it was like pressure washing Miami, and it had like dollar signs, no space on Miami, dollar sign, dollars. I was like, red flags. Talk
Yep.
about it.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're setting up your Google business profile, the name and the description is really important, but also Google knows that it's really important. They know that Google's not going to be tricked by you putting in spammy information. By spamming things that you think are key phrases or key words that really aren't part of your business name or what your business does. So if you try to make your business name pressure washing near me, that's not going to work. Or if you try to make your name top Miami pressure washing and that's not actually your business name, it's not going to work. We've actually had clients in the past who've had legal business names, the paperwork for them that happen to be very keyword rich. And we had to go through an appeal process with Google so we could show them based on a business license that this isn't just a spammy name, this is their legit name. So having way too many key phrases, having things that aren't anything part of your business name, those emojis or random signs to try to make your listing look different, it's not going to work. It almost always instantly triggers re-verification or suspensions when you have a super spammy business name or description.
So you're saying I can't name it pressure washing near me. I know even like pressure washing. Now, if you're trying to name it like keyword plus city, you could get away with that like years ago. They
Yeah,
didn't buy
it's
it.
getting sketchier now. It's harder. It's there. Google has always been cracking down hard on contractors and on pressure washers. I feel like it's gotten even more intense recently. Yeah, so you can't be number one pressure washer in Miami. That can't be the business name. That doesn't work anymore.
You're the number one. We
With two Google reviews, we're number one.
the best pressure washing in Miami. I
Yeah.
love it. So it's no spammy name. Number two, fake reviews and ratings. Go into that on why it's going to get you suspended.
So Google over the last 2 or 3 years has really doubled down year over year on figuring out what spammy reviews are, where they come from. Algorithmically, they figured out, and manually, there's actually been efforts by Google when they find these review rings, essentially these businesses that are reselling or making fake reviews. They've gone through and completed manual actions where they actually investigate one particular Google business profile listing. They figure out where these reviews are coming from, and then they'll work backwards and figure out other people who are getting the same kinds of reviews from the same sources and cutting out those at the very best case scenario, removing all those reviews and soft suspending your Google business profile. Or at absolute worst, if you're a repeat offender, just shutting down, completely nuking your Google business profile and getting rid of it. It's not worth it at all for the risk. It's very easy, especially when you've got an automated review management system, to reach out via text and via email. Don't mess around when it comes to reviews. Google has figured out, they've really fine tuned their game recently, and they continue to get even better about identifying bad reviews or fake reviews and just culling those accounts.
Yeah, we've said this before that whenever Google makes something hard, it's going to be a ranking parameter, which is good and bad. They're making reviews harder to get, but they're also, because I remember even guys like early 2020, 2021, like they were taking away reviews that were legit reviews. Like Cody lost on his Google business profile, like 80 legitimate reviews disappeared in like 2021. And that's a hit. For some of you guys, y'all probably have 80 total or 150 total. They're not going to hit you like that. But it was Google, when they make stuff hard, that means they're really wanting to try to make it a metric upon how they're going to rank you. It's not everything. It's not the whole ranking process, but if it used to be easy and now it's hard, it's moved up in priority for sure.
Yep.
You know?
And then when Google makes those kinds of corrections and they make these changes, there's also a lot of collateral damage too.
Yeah.
So you might see one of the things that I've seen recently is that Google has been figuring out, amongst other things, the IP address from which a review was left. If you've got, if you're just say a bathroom remodeler and you've got a showroom and people come to your showroom and you've got free Wi-Fi and you say, hey, can you leave us a review? Everyone who's leaving a review on free Wi-Fi, there's been trends where they connect everyone who's left a review on a specific Wi-Fi
Mm.
all to for a single business. They think, oh, that's spam. That's just someone logging in at the business and leaving all these reviews. Those reviews get culled. So there's a lot of splash and a lot of damage that happens, even if you've got good reviews, that because Google's looking so hard at fake reviews, you're going to lose good and bad reviews that way.
That's interesting. So it's like these niche kind of places that are in strip malls or something that are not a restaurant because Google would know, oh, okay, they're sitting at the restaurant. They're on the site. They're in the area at the table and they're leaving a review of this place. That's interesting. That's
Yeah.
interesting. So you're like a dock builder or something and you have a showroom. You're like,
Yeah.
hey, come look at what we do. And, hey, would you leave us a review? And so you're on free Wi-Fi. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. That's rough, dude. Google's sheesh. All right, number 3. You just calm down. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Number 3 is very important. Let's talk about core changes to the Google business profile and how if you mess around with some of that, Chris, it can get you suspended.
That's the scariest part of all this is when you make core Google business changes. And by core, I mean your business name, your address, the categories, your website, your URL, your phone number, anything that's super important to your business. If you make a legitimate change, if you move your business and you update your address, that in and of itself can trigger a re-verification. And triggering a re-verification essentially means your Google business profile may be soft suspended. It's going to not show up as well because it's pending re-verification. So even if you're trying to do it right, even if you're legitimately updating your Google business profile, you have to be really careful. Triggering that re-verification, if you're not ready for it, if you don't know how to do it, if you need to do a video re-verification, you're having phone issues that day, it can really take out your Google business profile success. And there instead of the top of this, that's a huge lead flow potential for you. So even if you're only down for a week, that's 1/50th of your revenue gone from
Ooh,
Google business profiles.
oh,
So
March, boy. That's
yeah,
pain. That stings,
you
cuz.
know,
So, guys, take these notes, add them to your brain, download them, make sure that you implement some of this stuff. A lot of people don't know because Footbridge, you guys don't really talk about this. I think it's because it's integral that you don't. Y'all are so good at getting the re-verification process in case of suspension, but I understand the other side of it is that you can't tell people that it's guaranteed, right? Because you can never guarantee that Google you're dealing with the AI god here, okay? Unfortunately. So Footbridge doesn't have the plug at Google, but they do have a process of going through certain channels, writing certain emails to certain places to where they are able to get to a person to re-verify or try to re-verify these Google business profiles. Okay. If you have your business license and certain things, they can actually speed that process up so you don't lose all of that lead flow just in case you do get suspended. Again, Chris, I understand why I don't pitch it that way because you can't guarantee it, but it is a part of your deal. If you have a Footbridge Media website, it's all included in the package, all of that support. You really have a partner over there. So, Chris, thanks for coming on, man. Guys, don't do what Chris just said, and you'll probably skirt the Google gods and be able to keep operating normally.
no, at that point, you got to be careful when you're playing around with Google business profiles, and you're going to survive as long as you don't upset them by making changes that you know are going to be inherently risky, or even changes that might be good. Really, just leave it alone as best you can, or otherwise check in with your marketing pro, check in with Footbridge, and we'll help to guide you out and walk you through the process where we can.
Excellent. Thanks for coming on, Chris.
Thank you.